Cardano and Binance Coin don't have a lot in common. We're not like allied camps. Cardano is one of the most decentralized cryptocurrencies, and Binance Coin is extremely centralized. But there's something we really need to talk about. The ass kicking that Binance Coin has recently delivered to Ethereum is probably a really good indicator of what's going to happen when the Alonzo hard fork combinator event delivers the full functionality of Goguen smart contracts. Get ready. Let's go. Before we start, there's something you should know. I'm going to be in a really beautiful place, but in a tent for the next 4-ish days. I'm going to have like a satellite communicator device, but I won't have normal access to the internet. So I'm not going to be in the comments policing the comments. That's important because lately we've had an imposter using the Army of Spies name, using an Army of Spies style icon, trying to get people to go to WhatsApp because this is a criminal trying to steal your crypto. Do not trust anyone posting in the comments for the next 4-ish days, and know that I will never ask you to go to WhatsApp. I will never try to get you to send me crypto over on WhatsApp. That's not going to happen. That's not me. Don't trust this person. All right, let's talk about Binance right now. Binance Coin and Cardano are about as far apart in terms of top 10 cryptos as you could possibly imagine. In fact, the price here on CMC, which is owned by Binance, the price on CMC showed Binance Coin at $666, 666. That pretty much sums up a lot of the rest of the crypto space's attitude toward Binance. I mean, CZ, Changpeng Zhao, seems like a really nice guy. When I see interviews with him, he seems like a super nice guy. But the central component of the ethos of the entire crypto space, as long as I've been involved in it, which goes back to like 2013-ish, maybe 2012, has been decentralization. The thing that got us all so interested in the beginning was decentralization. The first time I bought Bitcoin, it would not have happened but for this decentralization. And that ethos is still around. Binance does not embrace that. And I don't think it's any malevolent intent on their part. They're just pursuing a different model. They're just not a part of this decentralization thing as much maybe as the rest of the crypto space. But Binance, CZ and Binance, they are not dumb. They are not dumb at all. They saw the same thing that I think a lot of us in Cardano have always seen, and that is that Ethereum is broken. Ethereum is so broken. It is like a car with 4 flat tires. You're not driving it anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Let's say an empty gas tank and 4 flat tires. No pun intended. Okay. I guess it's the opposite. I guess we should say it's a gas tank. It's a gas tank that only takes like platinum infused gas or something like that. The most expensive gas ever. But what's really interesting here is that Binance Coin has had a meteoric rise in 2021. Look at this, January 2021. Binance Coin just kind of cruising along this whole time, just cruising along, not doing a whole lot. Boom, January 2021, nothing but straight up. Nothing but straight up. What happened? What happened was the world realized they were offering an alternative to Ethereum. And while a lot of that world hated the fact that Binance was centralized, they loved the fact that it worked. It was a car, not their beloved Ethereum car, but it was a car that had 4 inflated tires, and the gas was not like infused with platinum or some kind of a very expensive rare earth metal. It just took gas, just normal gas. You could actually afford to drive this car around. And so Binance exploded. In economic terms, you cannot argue with this type of growth. Whatever you think of CZ, whatever you think of Binance, whatever you think of the lack of decentralization, you can't argue that this isn't attractive. And while we don't really talk about price and market cap much on this channel, that's not what this channel is all about. We are focused on things like adoption. And this type of curve has an impact and reflects adoption. When people see this, they jump on board. And this only appears because people have jumped on board. So we've already established, I mean, why did Binance grow so much, like, this rocket style growth? Why did this happen? So Binance grew because they had smart contracts. You could run, a pancake swap on Binance, and the fees made sense. They weren't ludicrous and nonsensical like they are on the broken Ethereum train, right? Now let's look at Cardano. So Cardano, we also had a flat period. We were all in the bear market, and we know the crypto market is still highly correlated. We were all in this bear market. But with Cardano, it's not totally flat. We saw, a little bump here, And then what do we see next? We see another meteoric rise. But we didn't even have smart contracts. There was no pancake swap operating on Cardano when this happened. It was all the other attributes of Cardano, the extreme decentralization, the amazing technology, all the things that we talk about all the time on this channel. It already rose like this. So then ask yourself, what does it look like when we get to that Alonzo Hard Fork Combinator event? Whether that happens, the end of August, sometime in September, October, whenever that actually happens. We know the code freeze is supposed to be like end of June, and then it's going to take like a month to get all the exchanges on board. Maybe it takes longer, things get delayed. Whenever it happens, August, September, October, we're going to have that. We're going to have smart contract functionality, and damn well it's going to be a lot cheaper than Ethereum. But there are a lot of people who will choose Cardano because it also has all those things Binance doesn't. Most importantly, the decentralization. So for me, when I look at this, I'm not really thinking about price, right? What I'm thinking about is adoption. And I know that this reflects greater adoption. And it also causes greater adoption. When people hear that Cardano is skyrocketing, people jump on board. Think about what it looks like when you add this arc to the arc that Binance just experienced. What does that look like? On top of all that, it also matches about when the Plan B stock to flow model says that we should reach the peak of this market. That's something we'll address probably in a whole nother video at some point in the future. But just think about these two arcs combined. What does that mean for Cardano adoption? What I think and what I hope is that it's something extremely dramatic. And with that, I'll talk to you tomorrow.